Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the channel. Happy Monday, everybody. Hope your day and your week are off to a fantastic start. We've got a new day, which of course means a new MLB Player Prop video to share with you guys. But first, as always, people, make sure to hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, and drop a comment down below. It helps the channel grow, and it really does mean a ton to us. We've got a new week upon us, and with that brings opportunity, people. An opportunity to win more money, more units, to hit our bets. So, guys, let's have a fantastic week, not just for us here on the channel, but for you, the viewers. I hope everybody has a fantastic week. I hope you guys win a ton of money. I hope you smash your bets this week, and I hope I can help you out a little bit with that. I've got 4 picks for tonight's MLB slate, but very quickly, before we dive into today's video, I want to do a quick little recap of how we did last week. I talked about this I think it was on Saturday's video, that instead of doing every single day, updating the prop record, we're going to do a weekly recap at the beginning of the week. So, looking back to last week, we had a pretty solid week overall, 12-8. It was a little bit of a roller coaster. We'd have Monday we had a fantastic video. Tuesday had a rough day. Thursday we swept. Friday rough day. Saturday fantastic close to the week with a 3-1 performance. So a little bit of a weird week, roller coaster week. We'd have a good day followed by a bad day. Let's hope we switch that and just have all good days this week. But still overall a 12-8 prop record, and on the season overall 92-64. We've had a fantastic season picking our props, guys. We have way more wins than we do losses here on the channel. So if you haven't already, smash that subscribe button. I've been handing out winners all year long. Hopefully, we get to our 100th victory this week. I think we could hit 8 props this week. So, guys, let's dive into today's video. Again, 4 picks for today's slate. Let's see how we do today. We are jumping right into the Outlier screen here, guys. Shout out to Outlier, the best sports betting tool on the market. We do have a special link down below in our description that gives you guys a 7-day free trial to check it out for yourself. It truly is the best sports betting tool. It consolidates all the data, all the analytics that you need to properly make your sports bets. There's no risk involved for you guys at all. You try it for 7 days, you don't like it, you cancel, and you don't get charged a thing. But I promise you guys you're going to love it. If you watch my videos, you know what Outlier can do for you. If you haven't, stick around, watch, and I show you guys just a little bit of what Outlier can do for you. One more time, guys, 7-day free trial when you use that special link down below. Special thank you to Outlier for sponsoring today's video. All right, jumping into the picks. Our first of 4 props today. We're targeting the Mets-Cardinals game. 5:15 p.m. first pitch. We're going Brandon Nimmo of the New York Mets under 1.5 bases. We're going to get that for minus 140 if you use Bet365. Also available on DraftKings for minus 145. Caesars and Underdog. As always, people, make sure shop around for the best odds available. It's not a degenerate thing to do as long as you're betting responsibly. It's not a degenerate thing to do to have multiple bets going across multiple sportsbooks. If anything, it's the smart thing to do if you're looking to make some money in sports betting. The data is pretty good. You see 8 of his last 10 games, Brandon Nimmo has cashed the under with an average of just 0.8 total bases per game. He had 2 good games in that Angels series there, but besides that, you see a lot of unders there, which obviously is good for us. If you stretch the data to the last 20 games, the numbers are still fantastic. 16 of his last 20 games, that's an 80% hit rate with an average of 0.9 total bases per game. He had a really long streak there without a cash of the over before that Angel series. And looking at the 2024 season as a whole, Brandon Nimmo has been cashing this under all year long. 63 out of 105 games this season, he's cashed the under with a 60% hit rate, an average of 1.56 total bases per game. So really good data all year long here on this under. He did have a little bit of a hot streak there, but you see he's followed that immediately with a nice long cold streak. Going down below to the splits, you see the insights provided by Outlier. Brandon Nimmo has failed to exceed 1.5 bases in 16 of his last 18 games, an average of 0.7 bases per game. So really good numbers for us, really bad numbers there for Brandon Nimmo. Look at the head-to-head matchup here versus Andre Pallante. 7 plate appearances since 2018, a 143 batting average versus Pallante, 143 OBP, 1 hit, 2 total bases, 1 extra base hit in 7 plate appearances versus Pallante. And we look down below at the splits, guys. The picture is very strong here. It's a very beautiful painting with these numbers. In 2024, so far this year, Brandon Nimmo is batting .235, but versus right-handed pitchers, you do see a decrease there to .216. Across the board, really, a decrease. The only thing that concerns me a little bit is that extra base hit percentage for him is obviously pretty high. He has gotten an extra base hit off of Pallante already once, but that was in 7 plate appearances. That's the only hit, actually, he's gotten off of him. But looking at Pallante, though, the numbers really are fantastic. You see overall 4.04 ERA. Versus left-handed batters, that does decrease to 3.06. His batting average allowed drops from 258 down to 217. His slugging percentage drops from 371 to 278. And his extra base hit percentage allowed goes from 27.4 to 20%. So really good numbers across the board there. I love this prop for minus 145, a little on the high side, but for good reason. It's because this has been a consistent cash all year long. I think we got another one on our hands here tonight with Brandon Nemo. All right, guys, our second prop of today's slate. We're moving on to the Giants-Nationals game, 6:45 p.m. first pitch. We're going Tyler Fitzgerald of the San Francisco Giants over 1.5 total bases. Now, full disclosure, the data at first glance is not going to be fantastic. I'm going to run through it real quick. Bear with me because I know you're going to see this and go, oh, this is not a good prop. Bear with me because I promise you it gets better. So starting off with the odds, of course, Bet365 offers the best odds here, plus 100. Also available on Caesars, DraftKings, Underdog, PrizePicks, and FanDuel for varying odds. It looks like Caesars or DraftKings might be your best chance. You're not using Bet365. Caesars and DraftKings may be your best bet there. Looking down below the data here, just 5 of his last 10 games, he's cashed this over. An average of 3 bases per game. He's had some pretty big games of late, but overall, just a 50% hit rate. If we do stretch that data to his last 20 games, it is a 60% hit rate. 12 of his last 20, he's cashed that over, an average of 3 total bases per game. So he's had some good success of late, but overall in 2024, just a 45% hit rate on this over. 18 out of 40 games this year, he's cashed it over with an average of 2.15 total bases per game. So he's averaging more than 2 bases per game, but again, you see he's had some pretty big games in there that kind of skew the data in his favor. The one part I do like, though, is the head-to-head data. The one time he's faced off with Washington this year, back in April, he had 4 total bases and was a 7-1 win for the Giants. But where this prop really gets its value is down below. Look at the insights provided by Outlier. Tyler Fitzgerald has exceeded 1.5 total bases in 8 of his last 9 games on the road, with an average of 4.1 bases per game on the road over his last 9 games. So really good numbers there for Tyler Fitzgerald. We'd like to see that. You look at the key matchup stats here. Tyler Fitzgerald, just 3 plate appearances versus Patrick Corbin since 2018, but he has raked off of Patrick Corbin. In those 3 plate appearances, 1,000 batting average, I guess you could say that. He's hit off him all 3 times. Every time he's faced Patrick Corbin since 2018, in his career, I should say, he's hit off him 3 hits, 4 total bases, 1 extra base hit. So yeah, he's had an uber amount of success versus Patrick Corbin. A small sample size, yes, but he has absolutely dominated Patrick Corbin in those matchups. Tyler Fitzgerald this year batting .309 this season. He's starting to play more games, so that sample size is starting to increase now. 149 plate appearances this season for the Giants, pretty good number. .309 batting average versus left-handed pitchers, smaller but still a decent size. 71 plate appearances, .313 batting average, a .405 BA BIP. His extra base hit percentage does see a decrease versus left-handed pitchers, but it's still at 42.9%, which is really, really good overall. It is at 47.6. The only big number it takes a drop is his ISO goes from 324 to 269, but I'm not too concerned about that. And then looking at Patrick Corbin, I mean, it's literally a dream for us in this prop matchup. 5.88 ERA overall, 3.04 batting average allowed, 4.98 slugging, 37% extra base hit percentage. Besides extra base hit percentage, all of them see a slight uptick when facing right-handed batters. You see batting average, ERA, slugging. The only thing that has a slight decrease is extra base hit percentage, and it's literally by 0.3. So really good matchup there versus a pitcher like Patrick Corbin, who's had a really rough season pitching for the Nationals. So really good spot here for Tyler Fitzgerald. You're getting it for almost plus money, basically even odds here. Really solid prop. Hop on this before the odds rise because I could see this prop going up. His hits, runs, RBIs prop is already at over 2.5, and that's rising. So hop on this while you can before it goes a little bit higher. All right, guys, before we move on to the third prop of today's slate, please make sure to comment 9 down below as we're about to hit the 9-minute mark in today's video. For those who are still watching this far in the video, thank you very much. I appreciate you guys who always stick around and watch through the whole thing. So comment 9 down below if you're still watching at this point. Our third prop from today's slate comes from the Twins-Cubs game, which has an 8:05 p.m. first pitch. It's my riskiest prop of the day. If you watch my videos, I like to throw at least one plus money play in every one of my videos because I like to take a little bit of a risk here. And so we're going Willie Castro of the Minnesota Twins over 1.5 total bases here. That's for plus 140 on Bet365. Bet365 giving a lot of great odds here today. But DraftKings plus 130. I know most people use probably a DraftKings or a FanDuel. DraftKings has it at plus 130. It's a plus money play everywhere except for on PrizePicks. So really good numbers there. The data's not going to be good on this one. There's a reason why it's plus 130 or plus 140, wherever you're getting it from your sports book. There's a reason this is a plus money play, and that's because the data is not fantastic. You see, just 3 of his last 10 games he has cashed this over with an average of 1.5 total bases per game. He's cashed in 2 of his last 3, some big games in those matchups versus the White Sox, but the White Sox are the worst team in baseball, so it makes sense why someone would have success there. In 2024 so far, just a 35% hit rate on this over. 38 out of 108 games this year he's cashed with an average of 1.51 total bases per game. The only really good data point here is the head-to-head data. Each of the last 2 times he's faced off with the Chicago Cubs, both of them being last season, he cashed the over. He had 2 total bases in both of those previous matchups with the Cubs. So that's really all there is from the overall data standpoint, the trend standpoint, I should say. That's really all you're going to see that's going to kind of boost your thoughts on this bet. Where this really comes down is, once again, to the key matchup stats, to the splits down below. Looking down below, again, the insights here are not going to help us at all. Willie Castro has failed to exceed 1.5 base in 5 of his last 6 games on the road. Again, the data is not going to support what we're going for here. Where the picture gets painted is right down here. So Willie Castro versus Kyle Hendricks. Since 2018, just 3 plate appearances, but he has gotten a hit off of them. But looking down below the splits, Willie Castro is batting .265 overall. It drops down to .254 versus right-handed pitchers, but it's a slight decrease. You see across the board, red, but they're very slight decreases from what his overall numbers are, which are pretty solid. His extra base hit percentage goes from 36.5 down to 35.6, so slight decrease again. Why I'm taking this prop and why I'm taking this big risk, and up to this point, you probably guys are like, this prop sucks. Why would I take this? Sprinkle a little something on it because I like the matchup here versus Kyle Hendricks. You see here the ERA overall is 6.86. That's very high. But versus left-handed batters, it takes a massive jump to 8.27. His batting average allowed is at 3.08. His slugging percentage is at 5.47. That's massive. Massive number, and his extra base hit percentage is at 32.1%, which is not the worst we've seen, but still is very high. Kyle Hendricks versus left-handed batters has not had any amount of success this year, and you look at Willie Castro, he can make you pay for it. Again, I know the numbers aren't great, but he just a 35% hit rate on the season, but he can make you pay for it, and I just have a feeling here for plus 140 odds, really solid matchup. I mean, even his numbers do decrease versus right-handed pitchers. But you do see here a .254 batting average is still pretty solid with a 35.6% extra base hit percentage. Still pretty solid numbers across the board here versus right-handed pitchers, although they are a decrease from what his normal numbers are. I know it's a risk. It's why it's a plus money play. But again, I like to take some risks here. I'm going to take the shot here. Sprinkle. Don't have to put your house on it. You don't have to put your car or anything like that. But, if you want to sprinkle a little something on a plus money play, you're feeling ballsy, you want to rush, you want the thrill of a chase, this is a good prop to chase. And you know what? If this prop hits, I'm going to give one lucky commenter a $10 Amazon gift card. So let's go ahead and do that. Comment Castro down below because I want to see also who's watching this far in the video. Comment Castro, and if this prop hits, I will pick one lucky commenter and send them a $10 Amazon gift card. If you guys are parents, good for back to school shopping. If you're not a parent, you can just use it towards anything you want to buy on Amazon. So let's see. Let's add a little higher stakes here. You can win money on the prop if it hits, and also a $10 Amazon gift card here. All right, guys, in our fourth and final prop from today's slate, we're moving on. Red Sox Royals, 8:10 p.m. first pitch. This prop has the best data of any of the props I've shown you here so far today. We're going Rafi Devers over 1.5 hits, runs, RBIs for the Red Sox. You're getting on DraftKings from -145 or BetMGM from -150. Do hop on this soon because props like this usually close out because a lot of people, the public, usually gets all over it, and the sportsbook will probably either raise the odds even higher or just take it off the book altogether. He's cashed this line in each of his last 10 games at 100% hit rate with an average of 3.6 HRRs per game over the last 10 games. You stretch that to his last 20. It's still really good. 13 of his last 20 games, 65% hit rate with an average of 2.7 HRRs per game. So far in 2024, a 61% hit rate on this over. 60 out of 98 games. He's cashed the over with an average of 2.62 HRRs per game. And the head-to-head data, you see 5 of the last 10 versus the Royals. He's cashed the over. But more importantly, in 4 of the last 5 versus Kansas City, he has cashed the over, including 2 of the 3 times he's played them this year. The last 2 times they faced off back earlier in July, he had some really good games versus Kansas City. And the key matchup stats get even better. Rafael Devers has exceeded 1.5 hits, runs, RBIs, and 11 straight games. Again, that average of 3.6 HRRs per game. Looking at the matchup stats versus Brady Singer dating back 2018, 8 plate appearances, 375 batting averages. He has 3 hits, 1 home run, 2 RBIs with a 375 OBP. Rafael Devers is batting .304 this year, but versus right-handed pitchers, it takes a massive jump to .338, and there's a really good sample size for that one. And then down below, Brady Singer, pretty good numbers for him. 2.88 ERA with 2.32 batting average allowed, but versus left-handed batters, big jump to 4.11 ERA, .284 batting average, 1.6 home runs per 9. That's a big number to look at. Rafi could go ahead and hit a homer there. So if you guys also, that is pretty important. If you want to go ahead and take a home run prop for tonight, I'm not putting this in my official ticket. I'm not even telling you guys to take it. I'm just letting you guys know. Plus 360 on FanDuel, plus 330 on DraftKings to hit a home run. His home runs per 9 are 1.6. Rafael Devers seems to have success off of the guy. He's already hit a home run off of Brady Singer in the past. So just throwing that out there. Not putting on my official picks. I'm just saying, if you guys are really looking for some big money plays, Rafael Devers to hit a home run may not be a bad choice. It may not be a bad choice. But this prop over 1.5 hits, runs, RBIs is definitely on my ticket. Really solid final prop for today's video. All right, guys, just to recap, those are all 4 picks from today's video. Again, you click that link down below for the picks. It'll take you right to this page. You can go ahead and view all of our picks from today's video and follow right along. It's very simple. It's very easy. Thank you to Outlier for making it so easy. So, guys, that is it for me today. Thank you very much, as always, for watching. One more time, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, and drop a comment down below. We really do appreciate you guys watching. New week. Let's get some wins here. Let's start the week off really strong. Again, comment Castro down below. If the prop hits, one lucky commenter will be selected, who comments Castro, of course, will be selected for a free $10 Amazon gift card. So, guys, until tomorrow when I'm back with a new MLB Player Prop video, I hope you're all winners. Have a fantastic day, guys.